Limbic system. Amygdala linked to emotion, fear, aggression. 2 tiny B neural clusters. Math, anxiety, hyperactivity. Right arrow, right amygdala. Criminal behavior. Right arrow, amygdala dysfunction. Hypothalamus, below thalamus. Drinking, eating. Body temperature. Govern endocrine system by pituitary gland. Emotion and reward. Hippocampus wraps around thalamus. Storage of memories. Facts. Reason. Loss/damage of hippocampus. Can't form new memories. Facts. Events. Cerebral cortex, interconnected neural cells, covers cerebral hemispheres. Left hemisphere, speaking, language, math, interpreting, controls. Right side, right hemisphere, perceptual, inferring, modulation, speech, vision, recognition of emotions. Controls left side when one hemisphere removed/damaged. Opposite side will not work. The other hemisphere will put other areas to work. Plasticity, brain's ability to change in response to experience, reorganizes damage by building new pathways based on experience. Neurogenesis, new neurons are produced. Brain repairs by reorganizing existing tissue. Consciousness, subjective awareness of ourselves and environment, act in our best interest. Dual processing, two-track mind, studied in the early 20th century, abandoned for behaviorism. William James, stream of consciousness, each moment flowing to the next. Sigmund Freud, unconscious was a hiding place for anxiety-provoking emotions, and amp uncovering hidden thoughts leads to healing. 10% conscious, 50-60% unconscious. Automatic, neuroscience, brain activity to conscious cognition and amp altercations. Dual processing, info is simultaneously processed, perception, memory, thinking, language, attitudes. Conscious, high road, unconscious, low road, automatic. Cerebral cortex, 4 regions of lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. Right and left hemispheres. Frontal, speaking, motor, judgment, decisions. Parietal, receives and processes sensory input from touch and position. Temporal, auditory, opposite ear to opposite hemisphere. Motor cortex, voluntary movements. Output, right hem. Left body, somatosensory cortex, registers information from skin senses to body movement. In out, left hem. Right body, auditory cortex, information from ears. Visual cortex, information from eyes. Association area, integrates information from learning, remembering, thinking. Higher level functions, attention shifted. Planning occurs not devoted to motor sensory cortex functions. Auditory associations, Broca's area, expressive language. Left frontal lobe, Wernicke's area, receptive language. Left frontal lobe, corpus callosum, axon fibers. 2 hemispheres. Split brain happens when fibers isolate each hemisphere. Eyes and the brain. Left visual, right arrow, right hemisphere, right visual, right arrow. Left hemisphere, visual field. Sensors along retina. Receptor stimuli is 2 inches apart. Intact brain, information is transferred across corpus callosum from both hemispheres. Split brain, no cross-transference. Severed corpus callosum, parallel processing, unconscious process of many aspects at once. Learned info to solve problems. Sequential processing, conscious process of one aspect at a time. New info to solve problems. Drugs in the brain, psychoactive drugs, chemical substances that alter our perceptions and moods. A substance abuse disorder, continued substance craving. Despite life disruption tolerance, diminishing effect with regular use requires larger and larger doses to feel effects. Addiction, primary chronic disease of brain, reward, motivation, memory, and related circuits. Inability to consistently abstain, impairment in behavioral control. Craving, demeaning. Shed recognition of significant problems with one's behavior and relationships. Dysfunctional emotional response, people want the drug more than they like it. Tolerance and GT disorder, new road adaptation. Brain changes to offset effects of a drug. Larger and larger doses increase risk of developing substance abuse disorder. Withdrawal, discomfort, and distress after discontinuing drugs. Addiction behaviors become compulsive and dysfunctional. Gambling, internet, brain chemistry is altered. Agonists excite neurons. Drugs increase neurotransmitters action. Antagonists, inhibitory neuron firing. Drug molecule inhibits/blocks a neurotransmitter. Depressants, alcohol, barbiturates, opiates, reduces neural activity. Alcohol, CNS depressant, slows neural activity in brain and spinal cord. GABA. Glutamate, GABA makes more inhibitory agonist. W-GABA agonist to glutamate receptors, prevents glutamate from exciting cell brain shrinkage. Enlarged ventricles, reaction time is slowed. Neural processing is slowed. Speech to slur, performance not good. Memory formation disrupted. Long-term effects on brain's cognition. Suppresses REM sleep, needed for memory consolidation. Reduce self-awareness, mind wanders, distraction from major issues. Of barbiturates, CNS depressant, reduce anxiety, impairs memory, judgment. W alcohol can be lethal. Opiates depress neural activity. Opium, morphine. Heroin temporarily lessens pain and anxiety. Pleasure, replace pain. Pupils construct, breathing slows. Lethargic, stops producing endorphins. Artificial opiate is withdrawn and brain lacks normal pain killing neurotransmitters. Stimulants, excited neural activity and speeds bodily functions. Feel alert, lose weight, boost mood, athletic performance. Caffeine, nicotine. Psychoactive, highly addictive, stimulates CNSW, accelerated body functions, energy, mood changes, reduces dopamine levels, after effects, insomnia, seizures, isolation, hypertension, depression, violence. Cocaine. Temp, increased alertness and euphoria enters bloodstream quickly. Rush of euphoria depletes brain of neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, extra neurotransmitters in synapse, intensifies mood. Euphoric rush. Absence of neurotransmitters, crash, and the come down. Amphetamines and methamphetamine. Ecstasy. Synthetic stimulant, mild hallucinogen, euphoric with short-term health risks, long-term harms. Serotonin, neurons, mood, cognition, triggers dopamine and serotonin release, blocking reuptake. Long-term continuous damage. Decreased output/input can permanently depress. Hallucinogens, psychedelic LSD distorts perceptions, evokes sensory images in absence of sensory output. Hallucinations, distorted perceptions of sensory input. Near-death experiences, altered state of consciousness after close brush with death associated with drug-induced hallucinations. LSD, acid, emotions vary from euphoria, detachment, or panic. Mood and expectations influence emotional experience. Distortion and hallucinations are similar. Marijuana, mild hallucinogen, sensitivity to colors, sounds, tastes, and smells, relaxes, disinhibits euphoric. THC, delta-9, psychoactive, Sleep, natural loss of consciousness. Distinct unconsciousness resulting from coma, anesthesia, hibernation, synchronized 24-hour cycle of day/night circadian rhythm, internal biological clock, sleep/wake cycles, temperature, hormonal, digestive, daily functioning. Temp rise at dawn, peaks during day, dips in afternoon, drops in evening, thinking and memory improves at daily, peak of circadian arousal, age and experience. Sleep cycle, e.g. records, brain wave activity. Alpha waves, eyes closed, awake but relaxed. NREM, non-rapid eye movement. NREM 1, images resembling hallucinations, sensation of falling or floating weightlessly. NREM 2, 20-min, relax more deeply, W, sleep spindles, rapid rhythmic brain wave activity and complexes. NREM 3, 30-min, slow wave sleep, large, slow delta waves, hard to awaken. REM, rapid eye movement. Vivid dreams, paradoxical sleep, muscles are relaxed except for minor twitches, body systems active, heart rate rises, breathing is rapid/irregular, genitals aroused, muscle paralysis, occasional twitch. NREM 3, right arrow. NREM 2, right arrow. REM sleep. Sleep culture changes, W, age, genetic and cultural influence. REM, rebound, tendency for REM sleep to increase. REM sleep deprivation, mammals, biological information processing, theory of dreams, suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN cell clusters of hypothalamus controls circadian rhythm, light, right arrow. SCN causes brain's pineal gland to mass. W, sleep cycle decreases production of sleep-inducing hormone melatonin in morning to increase in evening. Modifying. She, feelings of sleepiness, sleep deprivation, sleep loss causes depression, suppresses immune cells that battle viral infections and cancer, increases appetite, tired brains find fatty food more enticing, people with less than 5 hours of sleep were 4-5x more likely to develop a cold in those W 7 hours. Older adults, W, no difficulty falling/staying asleep live longer than those sleep deprived. Why we sleep. Protection, better off asleep in a cave out of harm's way, more likely to have descendants, natural selection. Recuperation, restore immune system/brain tissue restoration and rebuilding, strengthens memories by replaying recent learning, strengthening neural connections, creative thinking, dreams, inspire noteworthy artistic/scientific achievements, supports growth, slow wave sleep/first half, pituitary gland releases growth hormone necessary for muscle development. Sleep disorders, insomnia, sleep disorder problems, W, falling asleep/staying asleep, tiredness/depression, sleeping pills/alcohol reduce REM sleep, narcolepsy, sudden attacks of sleepiness less than 5 min triggered by strong emotions, sleep apnea, stopping of breathing during sleep, PPL, don't recall, positive airway pressure, CPAP machines, night terrors, yelling/flailing of limbs common in children, sit up, walk around, talk incoherently. First few hours of NREM 3. Dreams, Freud believed dreams existed to satisfy unconscious desires, safe space to discharge feelings/urges unacceptable to society. Dreams manifest content, what we remember is a censored symbolic version of latent content. Sleep theories. Information processing, dreams help sift, sort, fix experiences in memory. Brain scans confirm correlation between REM sleep and memory, increased learning. Don't get good sleep after learning something new, won't effectively integrate into your memory's psychological function. Sleeping brain, W, periodic stimulation. Stimulates, experiences are preserved and expand the brain activation synthesis. Brain's attempt to synthesize random neural activity, neural activation upwards, brain stream, cognitive development. Dreams are a part of brain maturation and cognitive development. Coherent speech, simulate reality by drawing our own concepts/knowledge. Engages network active during daydreaming, intensified mind wandering, enhanced by visual imagery. Genetics. Hereditary nature, genetic transfer of characteristics to offspring, environment, nurture, non-genetic influence, parental nutrition, behavioral geneticist, study power and limits of hereditary and environmental influences on behavior. What is built in and what is nurtured, and how chromosome thread-like structures of DNA molecules that contain the genes 46 chromosomes, 23 mother, 23 father. DNA deoxyribonucleic acid molecule contains genetic info that makes up chromosomes. Genes, biochemical units of heredity that make up chromosomes capable of synthesizing problems. 10,000 genes, human genome, complete instructions for making a human organism. All genetic material in a human's chromosomes, common sequence, shared genetic profile makes us humans. Fraternal dizygotic twins, separate fertilized eggs that share a maternal prenatal environment. Identical monozygotic twins, single fertilized egg split into two identical organisms. Twins separated at birth, similar tastes, physical attributes, personality, abilities, interests, and fears. People who grow up together, siblings, do not share similar personalities. Heritability, proportion, variation among individuals in a group contributes to genes changes depending on range of populations and environments. Studies, personality traits are 40% heritable, height 90% heritable, intelligence, genetic influence 66%, variation among people and not 66%. Genetic environments and heritability. All schools, uniforms, all families equally, loving neighborhoods equally. Healthy heritability would increase. Diff in environment decrease. Diff between students more due to genes. Molecular genetics, study of molecular structures and functions of genes. Molecular behavioral genetics, how structure/function of genes interact. W, environment and behavior. Epigenetics, environmental influences on gene expression. W/0, DNA change. Epi, in addition or above how a lifestyle choices and environment interact. W, genome influence on gene depression beginning in the womb. Life experiences lay down epigenetic marks. Methyl-molecules affect the expression of any gene in DNA. Segment affected. Effects of childhood trauma, poverty, malnutrition can last a lifetime. Health